Hey guys, it's OKB, and I'm here with the Coffin community. You guys want to say hi, um, and if you guys want to, this is a stream roll only stream. I mean, anyone can technically come in, but I notify you if you have the stream roll. So go onto Discord, ask for the stream roll and roll requests here, and we'll give you the stream roll, and then I'll notify you of every single stream that I do. If not, I will only notify you of the big streams and of the videos. Right? That's if you're in our Discord. Check in. Check the descriptions of this video for the link. And then if you for some reason can't find the link or enter it and it doesn't work, you can comment and we'll figure it out. I'll probably just make a new link for a couple days for you guys to join in. All right. Okay. That being said, make sure to use the Brave browser to watch us. It's free. You just turn on auto contribute. Should be like 30 seconds or so. And yeah, that'll support us. Or go onto the Coffin Ingot channel if you want to learn how I get my ingots. That's where I get my platinum multi cards. I have three characters on this one account, so I just like throw in a platinum multi card on one of these characters if it feels like it really needs a boost, and it often does because I can't play every single day. I have other stuff, but so that's pretty much why I just buy a platinum multi card. Right? Remember that if you don't have the metal thing. You need to recharge 900 ingots to actually be able to do a platinum monthly card, which usually means 1,000 ingots, which in dollars is probably like 20, or yeah, 20, 30, 20. 1,000 by 50 is 20, right? Yeah, okay. And then you can also get the monthly card, because those two are the best values, right, generally. Okay, now Ringo has breakthroughs, and she's doubly free. So first of all, take a look in daily sign-in. Remember, I haven't signed in every day, so I'm probably only get the 26 at most. But yeah, her fragments are free yeah, you can at least get, even if we don't have full attendance, 10, 20, 40, 50, 60, 60 fragments, and maybe 80 fragments if you really full it out. She's also, every day you're gonna have a free draw, so you're gonna have some free stuff. She's in is she in Green Ninja War or is she in Edo Tensei? She's in Green Ninja War. All right, so this is the one most people draw in. Remember that recruitment feedback is also here, so if you want some extra fragments of her on top of everything else, you also want to take a look at, where's that event here? Recruitment feedback is on, so yeah, 200 and 300 are pretty good. 300 is generally, actually, you know what? 200 is technically actually better if you want just seal scrolls only, right? 300, I usually just go 300 though as a long run, but these days I do 200 because it's coupled with another event. Where's that event? Carnival Celebration? That's right. All right, so capsules are this randomly thing that you get, but there's also extra recruitment stuff. This seems to be an ongoing thing. Last time they gave out Enma fragments, which kind of sucked. Like, I wanted to make a video on how bad Enma was, but I think there was other stuff to do videos on, so I skipped that. But you can either get Edo Hashirama at 500, which, if you really need the Minato barrier, sure, but the breakthroughs are really not that necessary. They're decent, but they're not necessary for you, right? They're just helpful to have sometimes. At the 200, you get Ringo fragments. So yeah, there's the last 25 here, but you should get at least 5, 10, 20, 25, 20, 35, 40, 55, 55 fragments from here. That should get you at least 3 stars, and from all the draws, you should at least get from Green Ninja War. You should. It's pretty easy. And also in recruitment, if you go to the exchange, if you do survival trial, you can also grab fragments from here, not here. All right, so it's up to 25 maximum. 5 per day. I'm gonna get some more fragments of her here. I need that. I'm gonna have to slowly build up for her fragments, but that's basically all the different triple free, really. But I'm gonna probably put like double free in the title if I'm gonna put that in the title. So yeah, she's free and she has breakthroughs now. So and she's free to play, completely free to play. And I took a look at her abilities, and she actually has new status effects too, which is interesting. And I had to look on. I'm not 100% sure that this is exactly what they are, but Kono Proxy has mentioned that the 2 status effects is on her mystery. So her mystery gives her lightning protection for 1 round, which I think has a good chance of paralyzing your opponent, 60% chance of paralyzing your opponent, irremovable paralysis on your opponent when they do a taijutsu attack. So 6-pass Naruto won't work on this, but many of the other position 1s will. So it's helpful, but you do have to use a mystery to activate it. And then the other one is called Electrocution, which I have to go back and look at again. What the heck is this? Oh, that's right. Decrease resistance stat to 75% for 1 round, and it's irremovable. So I see that as pretty decent. It's like beheading Kakashi on steroids. Beheading Kakashi's mysteries on steroids, which beheading Kakashi wasn't that good in the first place, but he was pretty good as a free-to-play. Nowadays, I think this is pretty good. So if you have 6-pass Naruto, you can actually throw it with you can reduce their resistance by 75% and throw 6-pass Naruto and deal a humongous amount of damage, and you could win. But people usually run Edamara these days, and Edamara's immune to ninjutsu, so it's a rock paper scissors thing. Like 6-pass Naruto still uses half ninjutsu for the mystery, right? So yeah, 6-pass. This is a good 6-pass Naruto buff, except 6-pass Naruto is thrown out, and there goes the fire truck. Okay, so I looked through these abilities, and I'll say that there's a whole bunch of stuff you can actually throw in with this. You can actually use her as position 1 as a pretty strong position 1 in terms of damage, but her defense is lackluster. She lacks defense. She has a little bit of defense possibly, but it's just not. I don't know how should I say this. She's good enough for damage dealing. If you want to blitz it out. Probably, yeah. You really have no choice to blitz except to blitz it out if you're going to fight against people who are serious about winning. All right, but in arena it could be a different story. That'll be actually really fun. Once I get her hopefully broken through, it'll probably take a while, but once I do that, it'll be fun to see what the heck she can do in arena. But I will say that you could consider her like a step around, slightly above Summer Kakashi. That's my evaluation. But okay, what are her abilities? What would you use her with? And I actually had like a list of all these different things that you could do with her. Right? There's a lot of variation, but they're not like super strong variations. They're just pretty decent, and some of them are pretty strong evaluations. So let's talk about her abilities. All right. Right now, let's talk about without breakthroughs, and so you guys can compare. The mystery uses a technique point, lightning damage immobilized to one guy and anybody else suffering from paralysis, and causes knockdown. All right, the standard attack will increase half a technique point, cause low and paralysis. The chase is causing paralysis to one guy at random with a 10 combo. The lightning, this is just increasing ninjutsu by 12% for every lightning ninja, so up to 48%, and you don't necessarily always want to use lightning, so it could be like 36%. And then you have this 2 technique points. You get 2 technique points. You have a maximum of 2 technique points. Increase ninjutsu by 60%. Remember, when you use it, your ninjutsu goes down by 30%. So might or might not be the best. Okay. But with the breakthroughs, let's take a look at how much they've changed. The mystery. Okay, so let's see. The difference is damage increased by 20%. Immobilize on top of paralysis, so they still do immobilize. I still hit 3 units suffering from paralysis. They have to suffer from paralysis first, so there's a lot of immunity to status, a lot of chase dodge, a lot of removable people who remove buffs, healers, Kakito, whatever. Knockdown's the same. So the number one thing is activating lightning protection for 1 round. And that means you have to use a mystery before you get that lightning protection. And that lightning protection hits no immunity to status, which is nice. Causes paralysis, but it only helps on taijutsu people. Now, I don't know this for certain, but this is what I said on proxy, so I'm going to assume it's something like that. But as an ability, that's actually not powerful enough, because oftentimes people will standard attack before you. They're faster than you. They'll use a mystery before anything, and they'll finish their chases before you get paralysis. And the paralysis lasts for, how long does it last for? Let me take a look here. Okay, it lasts for, let's go with this, electrocution, so we're going to click on this, click on that, okay. Lightning armor, irremovable paralysis, until the end of the next round. Okay, so at least this is like a next round battle thing, I guess. But the problem is against Susanoo Shisui, which is, current meta. Susanoo Shisui will probably finish the chases in round 1 and then mystery in round 2. Even without the chases, he'll be dealing a lot of damage. He still has a standard attack, he still has a mystery, and he's already skilled in round 1. A lot of blitz there. So you've got to combine that ability with other things if you want her to somehow be, well, useful, good somehow. Uh, Outside of that, I think it'll be helpful-ish, but you got to probably combine other abilities with it. So yeah, there's some restrictions here. All right. Okay. So the other ability, the mystery ability, +2, is to cause, again, 20% damage increase. Electrocution to selected unit and 3 other suffering from paralysis. And electrocution is, let's take a look again. Decrease resistance stat to 75% for 1 round. Irremovable, which is awesome, right? So if you're, this is like a one-shot thing. So if you manage to hit the guy and reduce his resistance by 75%, if you have 6 fast Naruto, somebody who just uses pure ninjutsu, or someone who, even if you use taijutsu and ninjutsu, at the very least you're reducing their, it's kind of like reducing their defense resistance by 30 something percent, which is pretty decent, better than tag, right? But yeah, you could use, it's like a one-shot thing, like if you're focusing all your power into one shot. So could be Edo Madara, actually. Yeah, could be Edo Madara hitting one guy. Could be 6 fast Naruto, mystery, kind of. Pure ninjutsu mystery. I mean, Green Ninja Orochimaru has like Edo Hiruzen. Maybe that would help here. But yeah, you're only reducing resistance every 2 rounds, or maybe every single round, but you have to be able to use your chakra. The nice thing about this is that you don't use chakra in this mystery, though. In both mysteries, actually. Oh, that's, yeah, you don't use chakra at all. You just use technique points. It's a whole different system, but you guys will see that you actually can, with the breakthroughs, you can actually get more technique points or additional abilities to that. So the standard attack normally is supposed to get half a technique point, which you use 1 technique point. So technically it's like a 2-round cooldown, but there's, if you get an extra standard attack, you get an extra technique points. You can use this every single round. Low in paralysis. So the +2 is getting 1 technique point and high chance of low in paralysis. Okay, that's not too bad. The Y is to only have a half technique point, the same as before, but high chance of causing low paralysis and reducing own mystery cooldown by 1. I prefer this one on the Y skill, but there are cases where if you have other abilities that help you get 2 extra standard attacks, then actually, yeah, extra standard attacks will be helpful here. I don't. Yeah, if you're gonna use a mystery every single round, and you're not gonna get an extra standard attack or use Mangetsu or something, I guess the standard attack is better. So I guess it's situational, depending on your team. If you're gonna get extra standard attack or something, you could do this. But reducing your mystery cooldown is pretty important too. I guess if you have a ninja on your field that reduces your mystery cooldown on Ringo, then you could use the other one. So it's situational, but I probably prefer this Y. Okay, the chase is actually not. Chase is decent actually. So it goes from 10 combo paralysis immobilized to 1 guy to 2 guys. All right, and ignore some resistance. Yeah, ignore some resistance. So extra damage. This is 10 combo, and you can think of it as an Edo Hashirama chase, which is, Edo Hashirama is strong. Except it costs 30 combo, and this one only has 10 combo with the breakthroughs. So it's decent. It's good enough for interruptions, right? But it doesn't hit through chase. So, or at least it doesn't say it hits through chase. 20 combo is the Y skill, and lightning damage hits everyone suffering from paralysis. So, like, this is if you use lightning protection, you let everyone hit them, then you combo somehow and you hit everybody on the field. So this is a field sort of thing. You kind of look into. There's a lot of paralysis here. So after we go through the abilities, we're gonna have to look at the ninjas that cause paralysis. I'm gonna go through as quickly as possible. All right, the lightning thing just goes from 12% ninjutsu increase to 20%. The mysteries pure lightning, pure ninjutsu. I mean, the standard attack is Titan ninjutsu, and this is a double buff for mystery, single buff for standard. It's helpful, but the other one is dodge, and I would prefer the dodge a lot of the time because so far we have not seen any defensive abilities aside from this lightning armor thing, but lightning protection thing. But that has to happen after she uses her mystery, which protection against chases is nice, I guess. Irremovable in his through any immunity to status, except for level 2. I don't know about level 2. We'll have to see if Ashura is get affected by this, but most ninjas are. That's probably the only thing that's protecting her, really. The ability to probably use blinding protection for paralysis, so people can't chase, but this is after you use your mystery, so it's limited. So this dodge is nice. And judging by previous ninjas, you probably also cause paralysis even if someone tries to taijutsu you, taijutsu hit you and they miss. I think they'll probably still get paralysis from lightning protection. Uh, yeah, this is just judging from previous abilities from ninjas. All right. In the beginning of the battle, she has 2 technique points. It goes from 2 technique points. That's all the same. Ninjutsu increased by 30% to 40%, and increase of critical rate by 20%. This is a good defensive skill, actually. Increase your critical rate by 40% is pretty good. If you want to use it, is number one reason you want to probably use as a support is probably going to be the Y skill here. You're reducing the resistance with the mystery skill. So, yeah, suffering from knockdown, whatever. If you use it as a support, which I'm guessing most people will at some point, then you probably just increase that critical rate so that people don't hit her as hard, let her survive, let her use her protection, resistance, or the paralysis, either one, and you'd probably use this skill. The other one is reviving, but she might just get killed in one shot. So not my favorite here. So I'll probably go for +2 or Y. Both of them are situational. I'll probably go Y for mystery, Y for standard attack, +2 for chase, and then Y for passive, and we're gonna go Y. +2 for passive. So those are the abilities. I have some experimentals, but I don't have quite enough experimental vials. I'll put that at the end. Let's talk about some ninjas that we can throw in with Ringo, right? We have like a list that I was trying to throw here. Okay, so first one on the list is Rinnegan Sasuke with breakthroughs. Rinnegan Sasuke with breakthroughs has paralysis, irremovable paralysis that hits the immunity status. So, that Y skill can, it's good for paralysis, which is helpful for Ringo's abilities, offensive abilities, where she does a +2, hitting everyone with the Y skill, with the chase, but also the mystery, right? So yeah, we need people who cause paralysis. Sasuke is one of the first ones that I thought of, and he also has the fear thing. So you'll be like a chance of paralysis and fear, so standard attack and chase. But it's situational, and there are conditions that make it a little bit hard to do. All right, where's paralysis here? Paralysis, there we go. All right, so let's take a look at people with paralysis. That actually comes. Okay, there's a couple people. Let's go down the list here. So Cloak Kabuto, because you can increase critical rate, so you could try to go for a blitz team with Cloak Kabuto, have him hit himself with his mystery, and then Ringo will automatically get almost 100% increase in critical rate, and then she does reduce her own mystery, so mystery cooldown, so she can hit everyone with paralysis, but you gotta cause paralysis first, so probably another ninja that causes paralysis. Alright, if we go down the list, Suit Sasuke for a free-to-play could work. Cause paralysis, has a chance of reducing mystery cooldown, but his breakthroughs are a little bit hard to get. Very free-to-play though, right? Kingaku, kind of, unmissable damage, paralysis for a single round, so yeah, so something like that, with Kushina as well. I think this is a round 1 attack too. Yeah, that could work. Karu could lower. She doesn't cause chakra, so it's okay, but her standard attack does cause paralysis, so it could help. Rasa, I thought about, but you probably want to throw that with another Edo Tensei unit. It's slightly helpful. Cause paralysis, unavoidable paralysis with his 20 combo chase there. Removes buffs and shields, so if someone becomes immune to status, not because they are already immune to status, then this could work. Right, this is unavoidable paralysis, 4 units, cancels buffs and shields. So you could try to use an effect like that, right? Some sort of blitz effect with Rasa. That could work. 10-10, if you want to throw her away, that's fine. Yeah, okay, let's go back. So, let's see. Samihara breakthroughs, I was thinking maybe in the future, that could do something. Kimono Kakashi actually does work, by the way, because she does... So, one of Ringo's abilities is definitely going to be causing immobilize with that 10 combo chase with 2 people. Remember, paralysis immobilize, so it's not just paralysis. You could probably do that and combine that with Kakashi, Kimono Kakashi. Kimono Kakashi. Where is Kimono? Okay, there we go. Kimono Kakashi, he does cause paralysis, so if he's position 1 for whatever reason, irremovable paralysis neglects immunity until the end of the round, next round, and knockdown. So, we could have a paralysis party, right? 3 versus 3, in 3 versus 3 Green Ninja War or something, you could probably try something like this. Yeah. His mystery does cause a lot of paralysis. That's irremovable and goes through immunity, right? So, yeah, Kimono Kakashi actually should be there. Summer Kakashi also works, but doesn't hit through immunity status. But her standard attack does go through everything. Also fair for 3 versus 3. The other Kakashis, not as much. But those are 2 Kakashis you guys can think of, right? Okay, then let's go paralysis again. Cause paralysis. Let's take a look at... I haven't talked about the most important one quite yet. I mean, Sasori is here causing paralysis with mystery, so that technically could work. You're also reducing their critical rate. Technically could work. All right, Kazukushin Kakuzu causes paralysis. But it's like random. So if you use it as a team, it's helpful. 6-pass Naruto team. They're pretty standard, I guess. Yeah, actually this could work because this could work just to get Ringo back on and use the mystery and then cause paralysis for 2 rounds. That could work. Raikage, Swimsuit Raikage, while not that powerful, if you somehow got him for free, you only need 3 stars. He also causes paralysis to people who cause taijutsu damage, and you could make that a team. Swimsuit Kushina is one that I think could work. That 25 combo with all these paralysis chases. She could be a position 1 for fun, but also actually pretty strong if you manage to pinpoint attack. You can throw in normal Hiruzen, Swimsuit Kushina. Normal Hiruzen does a suicidal attack, a humongous amount of damage. And then you throw in Swimsuit Kushina, and you have a lot of paralysis, and then you can use Ringo to just stop their offense, really. And then the most important of them involves Indra Otsutsuki, which causes irremovable paralysis, neglects immunity for 1 round for 3 to 4 units, which is basically the entire team, unless the guy has clones. Now, it doesn't hit through dodge, but you could pop dodge, Windmane or something like that, with the blindness, her passive ability there. And you can cause paralysis, which means Ringo can now deal humongous amount of damage with the chase if you have him as position 1, or the mystery. Hitting a lot of people with immobilize, with mystery, even though it's not immunity status. It doesn't hit through immunity status. I mean, you're still hitting people with a lot of damage, and anybody who is affected will they'll be immobilized and paralyzed, and status only reflects one of them, so they're going to be at least immobilized or paralyzed. Okay, I'm talking about that because of Edo Itachi breakthroughs. Okay, that's it for paralysis. Let's go through some other ninjas. So this is also swordsman. Okay, so I'm gonna go down the list. Yuzu Yugao. Yuzu Yugao is actually kind of nice. You guys can take a look on your own. I'm not gonna mention every single ninja here. Kimono Eye is lightning, so also increases ninjutsu, because she's also lightning. Well, that's one of her breakthroughs in place of the dodge. But you could go for a blitz team like this. Kimono Eye is just there to remove all debuffs at the end and also make her not die. And so her constant mistering, hitting a lot of people, that could go on with Kimono Eye, because immune to death for the first 5 attacks. That's a pretty good ability in round 2, and hopefully you won't die in round 2 or round 1. I mean. Okay, Green Ninja Orochimaru swordsman, just throw it with lightning mane, good defense. You really need that defense because Ringo really needs that defense. Even with that dodge, even if you put it on dodge, you really need that defense. Not a lot of strong defensive abilities here. But yeah, Green Ninja Orochimaru will change that. Attack and ninjutsu, round 2, could work. And Green Ninja Orochimaru is good with most things. I talked about the Kakashis already. Alright, Kinkaku and Ginkaku brothers, the lightning style thing. So I'm still not 100% sure what the heck those abilities are, because 1, I don't actually have them, and 2, they're not very good at explaining what all these things are. I mean, I could go to proxy, but we're not 100% sure they're 100% correct either. Anyways, apparently they're pretty good, but most people haven't got the chance to use them yet, or to even get them, even the whales. So I mean, it's just something to think about, right? Paralysis. I don't know if they cause paralysis. Probably not. But they do chase low, which is the standard attack of Ringo. there's a lot of good low chases. So yeah, Ringo you could actually just search for low chases and then just use her standard attack as a chase thing. That could work, right? But yeah, Kingaku Ginkaku is one thing I do want to mention here. Okay. On top of that, okay, Edo Shin is one of those. So he's with his breakthroughs, he removes debuffs from Edo Tensei units. Now he's more Anbu, but you can also throw in Lightning Main, and Lightning Main can become Anbu with one of his abilities, passive abilities. So it could just help the Lightning Main survive. The Lightning Main can give Root 100% resistance and immune status to 3 swordsmen, and that'll be 3 swordsmen. And then Shin can also reduce the cooldown on Ringo, and which means that Ringo will probably be using this combination of. So let's go. Yeah, we're gonna use this combination. So this one doesn't reduce mystery cooldown. The standard attack does not reduce mystery cooldown, but gives 1 technique point. So that will be. I mean, you use 1 technique point for every mystery, right? So if you use Edo Shin, you should be able to reduce mystery cooldown by 2, and then you'll also be able to use your mystery every single round, right? That's an exception to using Y. This is why I say it's situational, like 70% this, 30% that, or 80% this, 20% that. But yeah, this is one of the things I thought about with Shin. Okay, Suit Sasuke I mentioned, just a female thing. Also, a female thing is Swimsuit Anko and Swimsuit Kushina doesn't have female abilities, but Swimsuit Anko increases the number of chases, which actually does matter if you want to go for damage. That's actually pretty nice. You could probably throw in a full female team with like reserve cell Tsunade, Water Main, increase the amount of healing you guys can get, and the Swimsuit Anko increase the number of chases you can get, and so on and so forth. All right. Tsunade also has one of those abilities too with female units. So I forget if it's standard attack or something, but yeah, female things. Swimsuit Sai decreases male units critical rate, which is most ninjas. So that could technically it's almost like increasing your own critical rate by 20%. Maybe even more if your opponent has a higher critical rate, but also increases ninjutsu. All right, so that's something you want to think about too with Ringo. Ringo doesn't hit that many times, but it's something to think about as a free-to-play because Swimsuit Sai is out and pretty cheap and stuff. Okay, I almost missed Swimsuit Minato, but I found that Swimsuit Minato has just... He doesn't deal enough damage technically, but he's on the edge of really good. If we had his breakthroughs, he would be really, really good. But as a free-to-play, a 3-star, and he's been... I don't remember if he's been getting out, I think Fuku deal somewhere. You can get him 3 stars and just use him. Very cheap, right? You can, but his cooldown is, let's go for Minato here. Cooldown. All right, his cooldown, no breakies. All right, Minato. Let's go look for. All right, so see, Minato technically gives female units healing for ninjutsu damage, which is perfect. But he will die. He has a chase dodge, but it's not quite enough. His chases also don't match up too well, but that's all right. Edo Minato kind of works, but Edo Minato is pretty general. If you use Edo Madara, you might as well just use Edo Madara as position 1, but I guess you could try Ringo to do it. Grenager Madara, not too much. Alright, so of all these Minatos, really the only one that might be working is Swimsuit Minato, because, well, Ringo causes low with his standard attack, and then Minato chases low, causes knockdown, and all that stuff. Also stops any chases, and Ringo needs to cause paralysis, right? So the 2 ways to stop paralysis is 1 to dodge it, 2 to be immune to it, and Swimsuit Minato stops people from dodging it, so that's kind of nice. You could probably throw that in with your abilities, especially in arena. I mean, not especially in arena. Either way, there's going to be some trouble with some defensive abilities, but at the very least, you can paralyze people if you get a thunder tag on them. Same with Tobirama as an effect here. That could work. New Year. I kind of forgot what New Year Hiruzen does. Too many ninjas, man. But yeah, that New Year Tobirama improved abilities. They've changed some of that. That could help too. Thunder tag being hit. Fun thunder tag. Okay. Last one, Hinata. So Hinata will increase the number of standard attacks and chases. That's actually pretty decent for Ringo, because if you do manage to get people paralyzed and you can hit them a whole bunch of times with Ringo, that's actually pretty decent damage. A lot of area damage. This feels a little bit more like a 3 vs 3 ninja now that I think about it. With this field paralysis attacks, these area attacks that might happen. Yeah, I think I think Ringo might be like a trap that you can set against certain teams in Granger War, for example. I mean, like if you do 6-pass Naruto, 3 6-pass Narutos, right? You might be able to stop their chases, for until the next round, because their mystery attack is it's gonna hit 12 people, probably including Ringo, and then it's also taijutsu and ninjutsu, so that'll activate Ringo's lightning protection, perhaps. Okay. Let's see. Windmane Flower Guard. Yeah. She is female. Windmane Flower Guard. That's a good idea, actually. So, Flower Guard with her immune to status for a while. Immune to chase death, I guess, and then throw in some other ninjas. Okay, so these are a lot of the things we could do here. In terms of teams, I'll give you a couple teams. I've talked too much about ninjas because it's way too much. My favorite, it's going to be Indra. All right, and then Indra. Am I doing this right? Yeah. Ringo. Throw in Ringo with breakthroughs, and then we'll do Lightning Main. So we'll have something like this, and because Indra actually doesn't deal that much more damage, decent abilities, but let's go over Ignition and then Paralysis here. And then what's a good ninja that's not too whaley, but decent? Technically, Ashura is okay, but that's 4. Root only supports 3 swordsmen, so okay, let's take a look. Toshin Ashura is always out here, right? Toshin Ashura is always out here, increase the number of chases you have again already. That can always work. The repulse don't work too much, but you at least have a extra chase every single round. It's decent. Always there. You could throw in Rin is always kind of nice here. Decent. By the way, Indra is fire type, so not lightning, unfortunately, but that should be okay. Rin could work here. It's always nice. Edo Itachi actually could work here too with the breakthroughs, with or without breakthroughs. But Itachi with the, not necessarily control, but just the status reflect, and also anti 6-pass Naruto, kind of nice here. And this is very anti 6-pass Naruto. We have Edo Itachi, we have Root that comes back every single round. We have Ringo. Well, Ringo paralysis doesn't affect 6-pass Naruto too much, but just in general, like we have Ignition, irremovable Ignition. Indra is probably my number 1 choice with Ringo, but it's just that some people don't have him. Okay, so yeah, you can throw in some pretty standard stuff, maybe even some Recurni or something. One of the ninjas we mentioned too, Wedding Hinata, for example, been out for a little while. Increase the amount of defense you have here. So this is lightning. You generally want to use Root with lightning main, but not always. You don't really need chakra is the thing. So Earth main kind of works, but doesn't at the same time. Yeah, I really prefer lightning main to. Okay, I think it's the only 2 most obvious choices is going to be wind main and lightning main, right? So those are the 2. Other more probably things that you could probably put in was like Rinnegan Sasuke. Throw him like this, so Edo Madara usually hits the guy in the back row, so you could do something like this. So put Fear on Edo Madara and then put Paralysis on Ringo. Hopefully you'll be faster. Maybe you go anti-chakra, right? Maybe you go Kimono Itachi, for example. You hit it on Edo Madara and you force him to like in round 1, Edo Madara breakthroughs. Usually people use round 2 barrier. It's not 100% chance, but usually when that happens, you can give him a lot of chakra, stop him from standard attacking. Then you can have this guy. You can have Ringo. Ringo will standard attack, and then use electrocution, lightning armor. I really like the lightning armor, so I'm gonna probably make more teams based on this lightning armor thing. But yeah, this lightning armor, which maybe if you hit Edo Madara and Edo Madara will be able to use his mystery, then you have enough. Then the Edo Madara will have enough chakra to attack over Kimono Itachi's thing. But by then you'll either get fear or paralysis for the next round, and that should be helpful too. So if you use something like Edo Madara, let's use because Edo Madara is more often to be used here. Okay, all right. Lightning armor for 1 round. Yes. Let's say that. It's hard to say. Okay, so let's say your opponent might use a mystery in round 1, maybe you could, if Ringo is not controlled in some way, you could probably use, not position, probably position 3, to be honest. Yeah, if you're able to manage to use, this is 0 chakra, right? So you basically use this even if your chakra is drained. You just use technique points. Well, you could also cause this paralysis cycle and then force your opponent to attack you, and then cause them paralysis for the next round. And in Madara battle, you can actually suppress immunity to status, right? Edo Madara versus Edo Madara. So you could probably try something like this. I'm not sure how exactly. Yeah, you're gonna have to maneuver a lot and try to guess where your opponent's position is. Like, maybe you just want them. Maybe you want Edo Madara, your opponent's Edo Madara to use their mystery in round 1, right? But you don't want them to use it right away. So maybe you'll put Edo Madara here, Ringo here. Yeah, Ringo here. It's hard for me to kind of make a team here. But basically, the goal is to get Ringo to use his mystery. And you have to reduce his mystery cooldown with the standard attack, though. And then have them attack you. And this could be a little bit difficult. Remember, it has to be taijutsu. So, 6-pass Naruto will have trouble against that. But yeah, it's well, we're gonna have figured out a team for that here. But okay, I gotta, Greninja Orochimaru's out for free. Well, not for free, coupons, but it's free to play. So Ringo with Greninja Orochimaru will be decent. Maybe we just electrocute instead of lightning armor. So we'll have Root here, extra defense from Orochimaru, and then maybe any team with Itachi should be fine. You could also throw it with Rin, just to block out. Oops, just to block out. You're gonna have 4 ninjas at most. Yeah, just to block out the mystery attack. Also, no chase deaths. Ringo will be nice there. There's no super ninja that I would think of. I mean, if you think Mifune, just to blitz things out, that's fine. Lightning style, you could do a barrier lightning, but Donzo, Shimura, not lightning, but that does, normal Donzo with breakthroughs. His barrier with his breakthroughs does increase. Yeah, if you're gonna win the barrier, these days people don't actually use the barrier very much because that gets replaced, but it's a technique you guys can use too in a battle, like round 1 barrier, right? If you're trying to blitz out, yeah, and oftentimes your opponent doesn't even have anything that controls the barrier, so things like that. You can also run something random like swimsuit, Onko, just increase number of chases, number of damage. I mean, any of the things that we talked about that in that list could be on here after this team, right? And you do want the giant Katsu mystery. Yeah, you just want the giant Katsu mystery to remove 1 debuff from this guy. You need at least somebody to remove that debuff. Maybe a Tsunade from somewhere. Yeah, any of the Tsunades, Kimono. People still had Takakaran from before, right? Yeah, Takakaran, good work. Low knockdown, does a chase there. Okay. I think I've made enough teams out of this. I think as a free-to-play, this is actually a very good ninja that you're getting for free with the breakthroughs. You're getting double free. You're getting him from Benefit Hall, Daily Sign-In, and also from this week's events. But even if you don't, you can get him from Survival Trail. So, yeah. Okay, guys. That's it for Ringo. Might have talked a little too much. Anyone else have any comments, ideas that you guys want to throw in? I think I've covered a majority of any of the ninjas that would work at least somewhat well with her. Should be fun in arena, especially. I'll probably throw in an arena battle here, just to have some fun with this. But yeah, Indra is my number 1 guy here. No question. I mean, Sasuke kind of, but you could throw in Kushina as position 1 even, like a full female thing, like with swimsuit. I guess you could go swimsuit, Kushina, Ringo, swimsuit, Anko, water main, and healing, extra healing abilities, which could work as long as there's no irremovable ignition everywhere, right? Yeah, something like that too, because Kushina does chase low knockdown, which increases her own critical rate in ninjutsu. Ringo does have the resistance decrease with 0 chakra cost. So, and Kushina's getting ninjutsu, Ringo's reducing resistance. That's a huge difference if you're able to activate it. Okay, guys. I don't. Okay. One guy said, "How about having 3 ninjas to reduce resistance and 1 to blaze them?" I mean, yeah. So lightning main or your main character will have Gamakiri as a summon. If you have a Gamakiri, that once again get Gamakiri. He's very good. For anyone who doesn't have him yet, he's in some of these events, Kona's outlets, I think. Yeah, 20% decrease. So you'll have lightning main reduce resistance. 1 to blaze them. Yeah. So you could. Okay, I guess a risky if you're not expecting to get kill team. And this is standard. You don't have to use 6-pass Naruto. I don't even have 6-pass Naruto on this account. But if you use 6-pass Naruto, let's just do this on. Let's do it on here. 6-pass Naruto. And then you have Ringo to reduce resistance with 0 chakra cost. And then we'll have, the summon here will be Gamakiri. So, yeah, Wow, what the heck is Gamma Hero? The heck? Okay. Gamakiri.
It's out. I think it's ingots only.
It's what?
I think it's either in China or it might be in the US. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I know
it's not in the US for sure. So, yeah, and probably China. I saw suppressed super armor, so this is gonna be interesting. But
it's like 100 frags, and then it's ingots only, so far that we know of.
Yeah, I actually, the part I would like the most about that is probably gonna be like if you can summon him and just hop around. I'll like to see that around. Okay, let's go back. Gamakiri. So you talk about 3 triple resistance decrease. Lightning Moon will have Gamakiri here. We'll have Ringo will be the resistance guy, and Jiraiya, Toast Chance Jiraiya here. So probably have something like this: Toast Chance Jiraiya, 6-pass Naruto Ninjutsu. I mean, you could try something like this. Resistance, 6-pass Naruto in front of Jiraiya. Maybe Jiraiya position 2 in the bottom row. Hopefully nobody hits him. And then you could do something like that. Yeah, you could do something like this. Just reduce resistance a lot. But 6-pass Naruto days are pretty much over. So it's about Edomata these days. I mean, resistance decrease still kind of works, but you probably throw this in with. I mean, you could also throw this with Ashura. I talk about Indra a lot because Indra is better in general, but Ashura could work with increase the number of chases you have. So you could do a sort of a. I mean, even though Root only hits 3 people, it's still helpful, right? You'll have one guy randomly not getting the buff, but Indra, Ashura, Ringo, position 1. Maybe just the Earth main here, but Root is still generally better. Indra causes ignition, reduces defense resistance. People who reduce defense, who would that be? Ronin Zabuza? That's another idea of Ronin Zabuza, right? Ronin Zabuza down here. Faku Seketsu doesn't really work. So, yeah, Ronin Zabuza. He has Bloodthirsty. We'll just. Oh, hold on. He doesn't. See, Ronin Zabuza doesn't really use Ninjutsu is the thing. So, you'll probably have to use Ronin Zabuza as a support instead to reduce defense. And then you can throw in reduce resistance. And then you can use your chase after you use your mystery of reducing resistance by 75%. You can use your chase to deal a whole bunch of damage to people who are paralyzed. This will work against people who don't have chase dodge, and hopefully you'll be able to pop the dodge somehow. And yeah. Okay. Any other suggestions that I should think about? Oops, yeah. Or questions? I guess that's it. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for coming to the stream. Oh, one last comment. So you have to. There's a lot of things you can do with her here. She has a lot of tags, now that I think about it. Or a lot of strong tags, or tags that can combine with other abilities. Yeah, nothing here? Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to go for the role requests in Discord. Final word? Go ahead. Role requests has a... Just go in the descriptions to a link to Discord. If you can't find it, you can comment, but it is there. Go to role requests and ask for it. Is she useless or not? I think she's... I kind of wonder if this is going to be a ninja exam thing that you could use. Or... Not so much 5 natures. In arena, she'll be fun. Somewhat useful actually for people who don't have the most powerful ninjas. But I don't see her being meta. I'm possibly like a assassination attempt maybe. Yeah, assassination attempt, reducing the resistance by 75% by huge hit against Susanoo Shisui somehow. I guess if you somehow manage to lock down Susanoo Shisui, you can. Like I kind of wonder if you can use normal Hiruzen on Susanoo Shisui, because I know that Hiruzen's damage is based on. Hold on, let's take a look here. Hiruzen, normal Hiruzen's damage, right? It turns into this Mystery Skull. So okay, resurrection upon defeat. Mystery Skill will become Reaper Death Seal scrolls. Reaper's Death Seals, and then cause fatal damage. It says ninjutsu, but it probably bases its damage. I don't know if it's on ninjutsu or life. And if you reduce resistance using Ringo, and then Hiruzen dies, and then you hit somebody really hard, and his resistance is down, maybe you can almost kill him, or maybe just kill him outright because he has no resistance. So possibly, because you're taking up 2 ninja slots with this sort of idea. But if you're doing a round 1 thing, this could possibly work. If Indra, let's say I stack Indra and put it on Susanoo Shisui, and then Susanoo Shisui keeps attacking, so Anxiety deals a whole bunch of damage, and then he kills Hiruzen. Hold on, Ringo has to activate his resistance thing first, though. Hard to say. Okay, Granny George Fumaru reduces defense with Minato, and then Shisui keeps attacking Minato, and then we'll reduce resistance with Ringo, and then Hiruzen, and something like that. We could try something like that. I think there's potential somewhere. We just have to find it. It's gonna take a while. Okay. All right, guys. So that's all I gotta say here. And no, she's not gonna be any good in Ninetales. Not enough damage increase. Not enough scaling really. You could try to blitz it out if like your server is so strong that Ninetales gets killed really quickly, then maybe. But other than that, no. All right, guys. I wouldn't say pay to win's completely useless. We'll have to see. We'll have to check. All right. Final last questions from people. Let's be quick.
I've done related to breakthroughs.
What? Green.
I have none related to the breakthroughs, so I'm good.
None of the breakthroughs. Oh, Jinchurki. As a tag. Dry young. Yeah. Okay. All right. They're off topic. All right, guys. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Yes, use the Brave browser, please.